Okay, guys, welcome back to another story time. Story time. Okay, welcome back, guys, to another story time. Like I said, today we have a story about none other than school story, but it actually has to do with a lot of things. First, we got to start off with lesbian. Second, let's just say the kid's beating something good. Some Yeah. But we got a story about that, and then we have another story after that. But yeah, let's do this. Okay. So, this has to do with this first one has to do with a friend and like a friend that's a girl and then another friend. Now the subscriber was friends with both of them at the time, and he knew this subscriber didn't want me to call him by his real name also. But he also knew that people didn't like one of his friends because he was gay. But he still stood up for him and he was still friends with him because, well, I mean, they've been friends for a long time. Whatever. So, like, through this, they do finally, like, figure out that this kid is really weird. Like, they already knew that he was, they already knew he was, like, gayish, kind of weird, but they didn't know he was this weird. So one day, this menace decides to start doing it in front of the class, and I mean, like, beating his in front of the class, and, like, dude, that's just disgusting. That is downright disgusting. It just why? Like, he's not even trying to be secretive about it. He's just doing it all willy and nilly. Like, just disgusting. Like, wait till you get home to do that, dude. It's so nasty. But, inevitably, he starts doing it in the front of the class. And, the teacher sees this and she doesn't do jack crap about it. Like, literally, she does not do anything about it. It's that bad. But, like, it's bad. And so he starts making this like a freaking daily thing to do this in front of the class. At one point, one of the kids finally had enough, and thankfully they told the principal because they knew the teacher wasn't gonna do jack about it. But like, come on. Sorry. They knew that the teacher wasn't going to do jack crap about it, so they just finally decided to go to the next level and tell the principal. Not only about the kid, but about the teacher too, because he's not doing his job. Thankfully, the principal suspended the teacher for about a week, but came back and she was no better. Now the kid, on the other hand, the principal suspended him for almost a week and a half, and when that kid came back, he didn't come back for almost 2 or 3 weeks because his mom decided not only to ground him but to send him to boot camp. Because she thought, oh my god, it'd be such a good idea to send him to boot camp since he doesn't know any better. I mean, I don't know what this mom was thinking. Like, it's bad. But, like, at this point, the two friends, they already were like, oh my god, I see why everybody was like, oh my god, that kid is so weird and all this stuff. They're finally starting to, like, put kind of some of the pieces together. But about 2 or 3 weeks later, after the kid comes back from boot camp, he did not change. When he came back to school, he was no different from what he was. It's bad. But, like, literally, he came back and, like, not even 2 days later after he came back, he was already doing it in front of the class again. Like, what kind of kid is this? What kind of parent raises this type of kid? 'Cause I know my mom would beat the out of me, bro. I know my mom would definitely beat the out of me. Like, I wouldn't have an axe to have for her to blister at this point. Like, it's like, what kind of kid does this? It's just God. But he does not. He doesn't learn his lesson, and they suspend him for about 2 weeks again. Comes back, He didn't do anything, but he still just got suspended once again. Nothing else this time. But, like, at this point, he's still doing it. Immediately. He doesn't even wait 2 or 3 days to do it this time. He just immediately does it in first period. Like, this dude is a menace. This dude is literally a freaking menace, bro. I swear. This dude has got some gut to do this. In class, too. He's not even doing, now that I think about it, he's not even doing it in the back. Like, he's doing it in front row, too. Like, that's just disgusting. I mean, it's still not good to do it at all. Like, that's just freaking disgusting. But, they finally get a hold of him. At this point, they're almost ready to expel him. But they give him one more chance, and thankfully, that last chance was kind of what started to put him into place. Because at this point, they said, I'm going to give you one more chance before we expel you, kind of thing. So, like, at this point, he's like, fine. Maybe I need to finally, like, maybe at this point, I finally need to try and, like, learn instead of just keep doing it over and over. But, inevitably, he does stop for a little while, thankfully. But not for too long. See, this is the thing. He stops it for about a month and a half. But about at that time, something happened in his family. And it just started all of it back up again. And while, yes, the subscriber and his friend, like, they kind of already knew that this kid was weird, but they still felt bad for him because they kind of knew his family pretty well. And so, like, it was one of his family members, and they were, like, really, really sick, and they passed out. Like, they passed away. That's just sad, bro. That's so freaking sad.